Hi, I'm Faye Bryant. I'm a woman, wife, mom, mother-in-law, grandmother, and friend. I help people through my work as an author, as a motivational speaker, and as a purpose coach. I am foremost, though, a believer in Jesus Christ, and I share that faith with you here pretty regularly. You gotta love life when it happens, right? Let's take a look today at today's scripture, and we'll have a little talk. Ooh, hello. Hi there. Faye Bryant with another Monday Musings with Faye. Today we're going to talk about perfectionism. I don't see anybody that seems like they're perfect or who has an issue with perfectionism at this point. Anybody out there that thinks that perfectionism kind of rules their life? We can talk about that and see how we can find out about that. And perfectionism is getting me right now because my hair looks all a mess. Oh my goodness, it's got a mind of its own today. I tried to tame it and it said, nope, thanks anyway. So you know what you do? You let it go. You just let it go. All right, well, let's get started. I titled this Monday Musings, What You Don't Know About How to Let Go of the Perfectionism You Have Could Hurt You. It could hurt you. I'm happy to have you all here. Oh dear, have I frozen? Okay, maybe I'm back. My internet's wonky today. I hope we can get through this. Y'all say a prayer. All right, welcome to everybody who has come. I am so glad you're here. Listen, let me know where you're watching from. I'd love to just drop it in the comments and just say, hey, I'm in Timbuktu or I'm in Michigan or whatever you feel comfortable. I'm in my chair in my living room. I'm good with all of them. Okay. I am here for every Christian woman who wants to know the secret formula. Fear does not want you to know about how to let go of perfectionism and feel like you are worth more than you think you are right now. Is that you? Is that you? It's okay to admit it. If you feel like you're less than your dreams, your expectations, somebody else's expectations, what you see on social media, let's talk. First, let's think about what perfectionism is. Webster says it is a disposition to regard anything short of perfection as unacceptable. Been there. I have been there. Oh man. It's bad when we do this to ourselves, right? I mean, it's bad to set these rules and that nothing less than that perfection is acceptable to us. But when we do it to someone else, when we do it to our children, to our spouse, oh. Psychology Today says what makes extreme perfectionism so toxic is that while those in its grip desire success, they are most focused on avoiding failure, not the same, resulting in a negative orientation. They see everything from a negative viewpoint. They don't believe, get this, Christian women, Christian moms, Christian wives, Christian single women. Every one of us need to hear this. Someone who is deep in perfectionism does not believe in unconditional love. If we did, we would accept it. And if we did, we would give it. That's hard truth, but it is truth. We expect others' affection and approval to be dependent on flawless performance. Which one of us can do flawless performance all the time? Even once? Hello. Also from Psychology Today, perfectionists set unrealistically high expectations for themselves and others. They are quick to find fault and overly critical of mistakes. They tend to procrastinate a project out of their fear of failure. Who's a procrastinator? Yeah, that's me. Been there, done that, working on it. They shrug off compliments. Oh, yeah, I got this. Yeah. Oh, it came from the thrift store. Oh, it's no big deal. Oh, yeah, nah. Shrug off the compliments and forget to celebrate their success. Oh, it was just a flash in the pan. Oh, it's no big deal. Yeah. Instead, they look to specific people in their lives for approval and validation. Goes hand in hand as a people pleaser, right? Okay. It is not a mental illness, however. It is not a mental illness. It is, however, a factor in obsessive compulsive disorder and obsessive compulsive personality disorder. So while it is not a mental illness, it contributes within some of them. All right. So you're not crazy. You just got an issue. All right. Maybe today we can learn how to cancel that subscription. What does perfectionism look like in our lives? We have all or nothing thinking. It's either or, neither nor. There is no in between. There is no flexibility. It's either all perfect or never perfect. Ouch. We are highly critical. Well, he did that. See, but he could have done it so much better. If he'd have just listened to what I had to say. Overly critical. Ouch. We are pushed by fear. See, perfectionism is fear in disguise. Just straight up, it is fear in disguise. We fear not reaching certain expectations. We fear not looking right. We fear not talking right. We fear not being accepted by the people that we want to impress. We fear, and we are pushed by fear when we are living in this perfectionism trap. We have unrealistic standards. There is no way that I can get up on any given morning, on every given morning, and have my hair do exactly what I want it to do. It will not happen. There is no way that I can expect my child to be completely perfect every single day, or my spouse, or my friends. We get to thinking in this trap of perfectionism, we stop understanding others, or we never did. And we expect that our friends are going to know when we're hurting, or to know when we've had this great success. They should know about that without me even having to tell them. And my spouse should know exactly what my needs are when I have them and be able to figure out how to fix them just like that. Seriously? Seriously? Girls, we don't even know what we want 99% of the time. Hello? Can you feel me here? We are focused on results. We don't look at the journey. We don't see the beauty in the path. We just see the result. And if we don't get that result, it's all for nothing. It's just ruined. It's disgusting. We get depressed by unmet goals. When we have the idea that we're supposed to meet these certain goals, and that if we don't meet those certain goals, or somebody else doesn't meet those goals that we're expecting, it's just horrible. It sends us into a tailspin that we cannot come out of. Not instantly. And I think a lot of times we don't know that that's where our depression comes from. I think that's true. We live day in and day out with a fear of failure. And I really think that social media has contributed to that. I mean, everything looks so good. All those moms are just killing it. They're doing such a great job with their kids, and their kids are always good and they always look perfect. Really? Really? How many of you moms have had your baby all dressed up, all ready for pictures or for going to church or for going to the store, and in an instant, all that changed because they spit up? And half the time it was on you. So all of your good work to get ready is gone. You know what? We're not perfect and we're not going to be. We're not going to always look it. We're not going to always act it. We've got to cut ourselves and our people some slack. Oh, here's one. Y'all, let me just put that off until tomorrow. I can set this project off until tomorrow and I'll take care of it then. And then tomorrow I say, you know what? I think I could do this on Friday. I think Friday would be a better day to get to it. Procrastination is perfectionism, is fear of failure. Mm. Yeah. Defensiveness. Oh, you did not say that to me. Nuh-uh. Everything somebody says is about us. Everything that somebody does, every eye roll, everything is out to get me. Everything is out to derail me. And I have to be up in defenses. I have to have my walls up so nobody can get to me. And our self-esteem is at the bottom of the barrel. It is horrible. And it's horrible because we think we're supposed to be perfect and we don't attain perfection. And we are therefore worthless. So many lies in that. So many lies. So if we identify that we do have this issue, if we know, and you guys, we know it. We know it. If any of those that I just shared with you resonated, even rang a bell, just a tiny little bell, ding. Let's see if we can't get out of this perfectionism trap. How to get rid of it. I believe, this is Faye, this isn't the medical field, this isn't theology. This is what has worked for me. Recovery requires a process, whether it is from an addiction or a trauma. It is a process. So it's not going to be a one and done. It's not going to be, oh, if I do this, it's done. If I do this, it's fixed. It's not that. It will not be that. It took you a while to get to this place. It's going to take you a while to get out of it. First, and I'm telling, this is every bit 12 steps, straight out of Celebrate Recovery, 12 steps. God will help you through every bit of this. But I want to walk through it with you with the focus on perfectionism. Recognize that you have a problem. Recognize that there is an issue. Recognize that perfectionism takes a higher place in your life than it should. Recognize that perfectionism is wrecking your thoughts and wrecking your life and wrecking your people. Recognize it. And then we want to admit, you got to admit that you are powerless over your perfectionism. Oh, but I can stop it at any time, right? Yeah. Yeah. Every smoker, every alcoholic, every drug addict, every porn addict, every gambling addict has said the same thing. I can stop it whenever I want. No, you can't. You are powerless over this thing that takes control of your life. Admit it. Just admit it. Admit that you are powerless, and then realize that God can restore you to sanity. Because come on, doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results, going along in our perfectionism, thinking we've got it stopped, and then it's not perfect. So we're going into our perfectionism and we think we've got it stopped, and then it's not perfect. And so God is the only one who can break that insanity and restore us to sanity. Free. Sanity where we are free from perfectionism. You have to make the decision to turn your perfectionism over to God. Turn your perfectionism and your life over to the care and control of God. And leave it there. Don't pick it back up. When you do pick it back up, lay it back down. Yeah. Hey, perfectionist, if you mess up on one of these steps, just do it over. You haven't ruined it. You haven't wrecked it. You haven't become completely incapable of finding this recovery. Just do the step over. And if you feel like you have messed up completely, go back to step one. Recognize you have a problem, and then admit that you are powerless over it. Just do them over and over, because I promise you that once you get to step 12, your next step is step 1. Over and over. This is how you find recovery, and this is how you live in recovery. This is how you get rid of something like perfectionism, and you live without something like perfectionism. Oh, now this one is the hardest thing. It's to make a searching. That means you dig deep within yourself, within your past, looking at every nook and cranny. A searching and fearless. You have to be bold. You have to decide you're going to do it anyway, even if it's not comfortable. An inventory of yourself. You want to learn where that perfectionism came from. Was it because you didn't have the approval of somebody that you really wanted approval from? And you thought that being perfect would fix that? I don't know. You have to look. You make a searching and fearless inventory of yourself, a moral inventory, looking at the reasons why you do things and the things that you have done, so you can figure out what needs to be done. Because in the next step is to admit to God, to yourself, and here's the hard part, another human being, the exact nature of your perfectionism. What is it? How does it show itself? How are you behaving as a perfectionist? How it presents. Admit to God, yourself, and another person. Well, God knows, right? I don't have to admit it to him. Yeah, because your heart and your brain needs to hear you say, God, this is it. This is what it is. And you need another human being to hear these words too, and give them permission to say back to you, I'm seeing this coming up again. Next, you become entirely ready. Now, catch what I'm saying here. I'm not saying that you do it at this point. I'm saying that you become entirely, completely, totally ready to have God remove your perfectionism. You get to that point where you are just absolutely ready to take your hands off and let him take it. All right? And then the next step is to humbly ask him to do so. Humbly ask him to just take that perfectionism, and you're done with it. Now, you make a list of the people who have been affected by your perfectionism. Mom, dad, spouse, kids. Oh, that friend. The friend that won't be my friend anymore. The coworker that won't hardly talk to me. Oh, and And then there's make a list. Make a list. Write out beside it what you did. And as you go through that list, you get yourself willing, you move yourself to the place where you are willing to make amends to those you have hurt. Because your next step is to make direct amends to those people that you made the list of. Now, direct amends means that you go to them. In most cases, there are some that you don't, but that you talk to them, you reconcile, you apologize without excuse, without excuse. Now, you can say, friend, I've been such a perfectionist and I have let it say things to you that were so wrong. And I know that I did this and this and this to you. And I'm just really sorry that I let that happen. It was wrong. And I just want to apologize to you and ask for your forgiveness. That's all you can do. Now, the thing is, there's going to be times when making amends, making direct amends, would injure that person or others. And you cannot do that direct amends, but you can do other things. You can do other things. We can talk about that. And then once we've done that, we want to learn to continually take that inventory, that more fearless inventory of ourselves, and make the course corrections as quickly as we recognize that perfectionism is coming back up. We want to kind of keep a rolling inventory going on so that every time perfectionism pops up, we say, oh, no, 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 no. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to feel that. I'm choosing to receive and to react and respond differently than I did when I was living in perfectionism. Make the course corrections as quickly as you can, as you find you're going the old way. Continue. You've started this journey and you've moved closer to God and you're allowing Him to take these things from you. You want to continue to get close to Him through prayer and Bible study. You always want to seek to know His will for you and for Him to give you the power to carry it out. And then you want to reach out to those who are struggling in that same area. You'll know them. You'll see them because you have done this journey. You will recognize people who are stuck in that same trap that you were in. And you want to reach out as you're able, as they are willing, to help and show them the way, to show them how to ditch perfectionism forever. See, this is what I want you to take away from this. If you have identified your character defect as perfectionism, you can get started on making the change to eradicate it today. Yeah, you can. You can let go of the perfectionism without letting fear convince you you are worthless. It's a process. I just went through that. It's a process, but you can. You can. I believe in you. You can do this. Now, if you're one of those Christian women who is serious about wanting to take this to the next level, if you're serious about getting down to the nuts and bolts of getting rid of your perfectionism, I invite you to take the free assessment that I have available to learn where and how perfectionism is hacking you. Go to theunhackableife.com so you can find out where perfectionism is bothering you, and you can feel worthy. You can feel enough. You'll no longer feel, or you'll learn how to not feel worthless. That's theunhackableife.com. I'm so grateful that you joined me today. And I hope that you will join me again next Monday. I think we'll stick with this Monday at 10:10. Everybody will get used to it. And you can always catch it in replay, either here or on YouTube. And that YouTube address is youtube.com/Faye Bryant. All squished together. Until next time, I pray that you have an absolutely fabulous day and that you take the steps today. You take the steps today to ditch your perfectionism and live the life that God designed you for. Until next time, I'm Faye Bryant. Bye. Hey, Faye Bryant back again. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you find these scriptures and the encouragement that goes with them beneficial to your faith walk. I would love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and let me know what you're thinking, what you feel about what's been said. Let me know if it helps. Just let me know. And listen, if you want to be sure you don't miss any of these, click the subscribe button below and be sure to click the bell so you get notifications when every video goes live. I hope that you have a fabulous day walking out your faith. Bye.